Aloha, I'm Welzie. I'm a resin artist here in Maui, Hawaii. I've been using the POSCA paint pens for over 20 years, drawing on surfboards and making all my artwork with them. They're my favorite pen and I think they're the best out of all the paint pens on the market. I've tried them all, but the opacity on these is amazing. So for today, I want to show you how to mix your own colors with the POSCA paint pens. This will work for any other paint pen as well, I'm pretty sure. So here's your 5 tips for mixing POSCA paint pens. All right, tip number 1, pretty simple. Be ready, get yourself set up. It's really easy to spill these if you're mixing here like this and it tips over, you lost your whole pen. And if you're like me when I started out, I didn't have just pens everywhere. I only had a small set, so it was really important to not lose your entire pen over a little mistake. I use a coffee mug to put my pen in there, just to make sure it's not gonna tip over if I'm mixing around. And what I like to do is I like to get the pens out I'm gonna use. Like for this video, I'm gonna use a white pen and a blue pen. I'm gonna make a simple light blue. Got my pens, I got my coffee cup or any cup just to keep my working pen, my open pen, upright, vertical. Paper towel, I'm gonna drip. This stuff's great, it's acrylic so you can get it on your hands. Doesn't really matter, and it cleans up with water. You can use vice grips, pliers, anything you want to get this part of the cap off. All right, now that I got my little area set up, clean it up here, fancy schmancy. All right, tip number 2. What you want to do is shake up your POSCA pens really well before you do this. If you don't, what you're going to be doing, it's possible that you can mix up just like the filler liquid in there, the water, and not the actual pigment. So shake your pens really well before you get started. So we're going to undo the caps, and it's lefty tighty, righty loosey. So it's the opposite of what you're used to. I don't know if it's because it's in Japan or what the deal is. That's where these are made, but that's what it is. So if you're not getting the caps off and you shoot me a message in the comments below saying it doesn't come off, you're probably just turning it the wrong way. It's not what you normally do. So I'm gonna take out this little part right here. This is I don't know, one of the little parts that go in behind the pen tip, if you can see that. And I'm just gonna set that to the side. I'm gonna put my white right here in my coffee mug. Look at that, not gonna spill, easy. Now, I got my other pen that I'm gonna do. This is all shooken up. Righty loosey, lefty tighty. I'm gonna take the tips off of there. And the reason why I kind of want to clean up my area and do that as the tip number 1 is you don't want to put this down in dirt and somewhere paint. You want to keep these nice. I can get paint on my table here, so it's not that big of a deal, but if you're doing this at your kitchen table, just put your paper towel down, easy. All right, so I got both the caps off, the pens I'm gonna use. I got them both in my little coffee mug to be safe. That way I can not bump everything around. Kind of trying to stay a little organized. It's not always easy to stay organized, but it kind of helps in this. You just don't wanna ruin your $4 pen over something as silly as knocking something out of the way. All right, tip number 3. There's a ball inside of here, and that's what helps mix everything up and gives that little rattle, rattle, rattle when you're mixing up your pen. You don't want 2 balls in 1 pen. No good. The reason for that is it's too much weight. When you shake up your pen, it's gonna be slamming paint through the tip of your pen, and you're just gonna puddle and puddle and puddle and puddle, and you're not gonna know why until you ruin a few pens and then go, oh yeah, maybe I shouldn't put 2 of those balls in 1 pen. So when you're mixing the pen, I put my finger right over the tip right here, and you can pour it like that. Oh, no balls coming out. So you just kind of move back until you get it just right. All right, tip number 4. This is where it starts to get fun. What we want to do for mixing colors. So this is basically like most of the mixing technique stuff. So if you're going to watch any tip, this is the one. If you're going lighter with a color, which I often do, I usually only lighten up colors rather than darken them. I like bright, happy painting, so I use bright, happy colors. So this is gonna be kind of geared more towards making your pens brighter. So I got my blue pen here, and I got my white pen here. I'm gonna mix a little bit of blue into the white. It doesn't take much ink to make a light blue. You'd be really surprised. You don't have to pour all of it in there. You really just want, see that? Did you catch that? Maybe you caught that. There wasn't much in there. I didn't Ah, okay, that's plenty. So what you want to do, you mix it in. I'm gonna put this back in here. Put your finger over the tip and shake it. Look at your finger. What color is that? Oh, that's kind of a nice light blue. If there's bubbles in there, you can just blow it, dry off your pen, or dry off your finger. Do it a little more. Ooh, this is a really light blue. So what you can do from here is continue to add more of your blue paint into here until you get the color you want, the right blue on the grayscale. So this is a great way to increase the amount of colors that you get to use with the paint pens if you want to do some lighter stuff. So it's best to only add, like for starters, for beginner mixers, which are probably more advanced POSCA penners, that's a thing I think, I would just start with making some lighter colors. If your POSCA pen supply is kind of limited, be really smart about what you want to do with it, because it's really easy to waste a pen and not get the right colors. The darker colors are a little bit more tricky to work with, and when you start mixing two blues or like, you know, pink and violet together, sometimes the color might not just get to where you want. So what you can do is kind of test some colors out on, let's see, pink and violet, we'll do it right here. So look at, you got a little violet right here and a little pink. And you mix them together and you're like, oh, that was great. Cool, you can mix them up. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, I'm not gonna waste a $4 pen and try to mix up this color. So be smart with what you're mixing. Tip number 5. So putting the pen tip back on here. You wanna grab the white, the lighter color of the two, and put it back in there. Push it down. Make sure you don't have too much ink everywhere, right? You want it nice and clean and tidy. And you might find that you have some drips down your pen right here. Just wipe them off now. Get them. And then your tip. I use my lighter tip for my new pen. The reason for this is it's easier for the ink to work through the tip and to change this white color to the blue I'm using than it is to change a dark blue color to a lighter one. So that's a really good tip right there. You should definitely remember that and do it. So right now I have white in my tip, and what I'm doing is I'm just pushing that white through and letting that new blue ink come out. And it's gonna puddle a bit, but that's all right. You do waste a little ink. You can use the transition ink for either a place on your art piece or just drawing on something and making it a little cooler. So you're gonna let that ink come through the tip until it's all light blue. Now, my light blue didn't really change much, so it might take a minute to really see the new blue. So I might have to do this a bit more. Oh, no, you can see it's coming. I don't think you can see from that angle, but, oh, and part of tip 5 is marking your cap. Really easy to do. So it's great to mark your cap because when you're working with your pens, you don't want to go grab white and you got some like finishing touches and boom, next thing you know, you just put some light blue into your white area. You're like, oh man, I just totally blew it. So getting, you know, if you get little spills of the color, this little extra color that we're running out the tips, you can put it on your pen, you can put it on the cap, and just mark it up so you know. That way, you got your mixed pens, you know, I can just kind of grab them real quick and go, oh, mixed, that's a mixed one. I got a mixed brown over here. And you can kind of know where all your mixed pens are. I keep all my mixed pens. They're not always in a mess like this, but I do keep my mixed pens separate so I know where to go start fishing out my mixed pens. And then, don't forget, put your cap back on your other pen. Right there, this blue is still usable. I barely used any of this for the light blue we made. All right, I think that's it. All right, so you guys are all set up. Hopefully you get some colors mixed up, and shoot me a question down below. I answer them so quick. I get the little thing sent to my phone, boom, answer it. So ask any questions, let me know videos you want with POSCA paint pens, and stoked to share this stuff with you. Make sure you like this, subscribe this, check out my website. Fun stuff there. We got art boxes. These are great, super fun. They're a full set of POSCA paint pens, and you get an original resin art panel, which you can do some artwork on. The funnest thing to draw on for sure. All right, till next time. Aloha from Hawaii.